Engrin,
Yes.
you are sitting on your back porch with your father. He's all tall and younger, like you remember him when you were a kid. The light of the sun coming through the trees is bouncing around lightly on your face. It's kind of bright out, and then suddenly something in the back of your head clicks that there's something a little off about the situation, and your dad turns towards you and leans in and licks you on your face, and you wake up to you're farsighted, so something big and fuzzy is licking you in the face as you startle awake on your back. The whatever it is pulls back and prances off. John, you'd recognize it as a deer. Engrin, on the other hand, has never seen a deer before, so
What was that?
you get a brief flash of it clearly as it gets far enough away from you.
Am I awake?
Yeah, you're coming to as you hear Engrin shout that, and Engrin, you're able to find your glasses on the ground near you.
They didn't break or anything?
Miraculously not.
I knew it. I knew magic was real.
Confirmed.
Do I see the deer?
Yeah, you can see the deer prancing off. You guys are in a small 15-foot-ish clearing. The light is dancing around from between the trees above you.
Mm-hmm.
There is a Engrin and Thiradin sized hole in the canopy above and some broken branches laying on the ground around you guys. You've got leaves in your hair and you both feel really sore, but that kind of warmth from the stone has kind of expanded to your whole body and settled in a bit. And you feel like you had the shit beat out of you, but you feel stronger for sure.
Do I have any, cuts or bruises?
Yeah, there's some minor cuts and bruises. Not what you would expect from the fall you've taken, but a little bit.
I'm gonna go over to Thiradin and make sure he's alive, too.
Yeah. Thiradin, still alive.
Yeah, I'm just laying on the ground, though, with, my eyes just kind of, staring up at the hole that we made.
And I go over and take your pulse.
I'm alive.
Oh, sorry, I'm a little surprised, but not terribly surprised.
Why are you surprised that I'm alive? But
Well, you didn't trust in magic as much as I did.
see, okay. Yeah, sure. Sure.
I stand up and, brush all the leaves off of me, and I'd like to look around and see if there's any, anything of note in our general vicinity.
You can see the outside of the wall of Growfold, because you're pretty close to it. Other than that, it just is kind of forest around you.
I can't believe any of this. And I'm still just laying on the ground, just kind of staring up.
Thiradin, come on. Get up. We gotta
What?
figure out what to do next.
I need a drink.
Yeah,
I
I'm
need a
sure there's a bar somewhere.
Yeah, on the other side of the fucking wall.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's a magic bar.
We don't have food. We don't have. What if?
Well, there was an animal over there. We could try to. You're a hunter, right?
Yeah, I have to.
Here, I'll go collect some firewood. You go hunt that animal.
Is that smart? Shouldn't we? I kind of lift my head up and look at him. Shouldn't we move? Shouldn't we? I don't know. Get the hell out of here.
Well, okay, let's go somewhere else then.
And I kind of pick myself up, and I kind of look around, gather myself, make sure we have all of our belongings.
Yeah, your guys' bags are with you. It is full of assorted gear from the chamber below the mill. And good.
Right.
Did we bring rations? Did we bring any rations?
No.
No, not at all.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. Good.
We're here. We're alive. We have a bunch of magical items of questionable morality, we're fine. We're good. We're
Which direction of the wall did we fall off of again? Was it the... It was the west side of the wall, right?
Yeah, it was like the northwest corner. So you guys are somewhere to the northwest of Grovehold.
Okay,
By
third.
somewhere, I mean directly outside also.
Thiradin, we're gonna have to find a water source.
right.
And a food source. And some makeshift shelter.
Right. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
let's go, like, look for a stream. Is there anything that would indicate a stream nearby, like, you know, a downward slope in any way?
Yeah, the ground slopes slowly towards the north.
Let's go north.
I think Thiradin's like definitely in shock, so he's just kind of following Engrin.
Sick.
Right. You guys walk through the forest for a bit before you find water.
As we walk, can I, like, sift through the bag of, like, adventuring gear we got and put on,
Yeah.
like, some armor and play with a shield, maybe?
Yeah, sifting through the bags, you guys find the starting gear for a paladin and the starting gear for a bard, because you guys are a paladin and a bard.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa.
We just happened to grab the correct gear for our
Whoa.
classes?
I know, it's crazy. Some things just work out nicely like that.
Wow. It would have sucked if we had grabbed the wrong bags, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would have been bad. You guys are just fucking... You only have mage stuff, so you have, like, cloth robes and one knife each.
Let's see.
Yeah, you guys, though, head through the forest. The ground cover is pretty thick. The trees are a lot older and taller than they are inside of Grovehold. And you guys make your way down. After about an hour, you hear the sound of a stream. And making your way to it, find just a nice little creek running between some stones.
See,
The water is cool and clear.
Look at that.
This is good, right? Is it... What if it's, like, poison?
We'll find out.
What?
Well, we could boil it first, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Here, you go hunt.
And I kind of look at him, like, my mouth, like, it's just kind of like a gape.
I will make a fire.
And then I just kind of, like, nod and close my mouth. And I kind of, like, rummage in my the sack, and I pull out a short bow and some arrows.
And I pull out one of those, like, what I assume to be a healing potion, and I hand it to him, and I say, drink this if it gets rough.
I'm not even going to pretend like I know what that means. Okay. If I get eaten by a demon,
I'll figure out a way to resurrect you. It'll be okay.
who do you think you are? You can barely cast a fucking fire. Not even a ball. It's like a speck of flame. And now you're talking about resurrecting me?
There's gotta be a way. It's magic.
Right. Okay. I'll be back
You're
before.
worrying too much.
Probably. Right. Probably. Okay. Yep. And I just kind of like turn around, and I'm still going like, yeah. And I walk into the woods with the short bow.
Right. Thiradin, do you want to make me a nature or survival check? Your choice to hunt some game.
Do I? Holy shit! Nat 20.
Holy shit! All right. Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool. You are able to find some. You find some tracks, some kind of hoof. You don't recognize it, but you follow them. And within an hour, you have found a deer, and I'll say I'm not gonna make you have to roll to attack this deer because you fucking nat 20'd. I'm just gonna say you can like fucking bag that shit.
Nice. Yeah, I loose an arrow. I loose an arrow and kill the deer.
Yes. Yeah, you shoot the deer. It only takes one shot with your extreme competence.
Nice.
That I imagine you're a little surprised at yourself.
Yeah.
With how well that went.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Okay, you're not here right now, mister.
You swish away the little Engrin floating above your shoulder.
I kill the deer, and I think I get a bit of like a second wind, like a bit of swagger, and I walk up to it and I go, all right, okay, yeah, it's just we might be in Demon Woods, but I can still take care of myself. I don't need to freak out. And I walk over the deer and I take back the arrow and I kind of hoist it up onto my shoulders, if possible.
Yeah. As you are going to hoist the deer, you notice something odd sticking out of the bushes near it, and stopping a second, you notice that it is a old moss-covered wheel from a wagon, and there is some kind of broken down old wagon here, and you realize that you are in a little overgrown road. Trees have started to grow in it at some time, and ground cover covers some of it, but there used to be a path here stretching one direction back generally towards Grovehold, the other direction up into the east.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you're able to hoist up the deer. Go ahead and make me a athletics to get the deer back.
Oh, sweet. 4.
All right, good. You hoist up the deer. It is hard work.
Yeah.
It is very heavy. I'll say you get about 10 minutes before you've got to stop and take a rest.
Mm-hmm.
Like a good 15, 20 minute breather, and then go ahead and roll me another roll to get back.
Nice. 8.
Right, okay. Engrin, what are you doing when...
I'm collecting wood.
You're collecting wood.
Yeah,
good.
Just dry sticks so I can make a fire.
I guess roll me a survival for fun.
It's a 14.
Okay, you collect some good wood. You feel pretty proud of your work, and after about an hour and a half, 40 minutes, Thiradin has yet to return.
I am confident in my compatriot's ability to hunt.
All right, cool. What are you doing now that you've collected wood?
I'm going to go back to our little spot on the stream that we found, or near it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put some of the wood in a pile. And I guess I have to make fire before I can cast control flames on it. If I make a spark, could I cast control flames on the spark?
You would need a flame to catch before you could do anything.
Wait, I do have an explorer's pack. There's flint and steel in that, right?
There is.
Okay, I'm gonna go at it and try to make a little bit of a fire and then make it become engulfed. Or make it engulf the sticks.
Yeah, you create a little fire, and then you are able to competently use magic for the first time in your life to stoke up the fire.
Yes!
And yeah, there is now a large campfire ahead of you, or in front of you. After about another hour, Thiradin comes approaching. You hear him before you see him as he is dragging a deer carcass through the woods.
Really heavy. I got one.
Oh, nice. That's a lot of food, huh? What is that?
It's a deer. And then I kind of I drop the deer once I kind of get into our little clearing.
What's a deer?
And I stumble over to the stream, and I kind of like start like just taking the water and splashing it on my face, and kind of just like.
Thiradin, you've also never seen deer before, and you don't know how you know it's a deer, but you do actually know
I thought
that it is a deer.
I thought there were deer and stuff in Grovehold.
There aren't deer in Grovehold. There's not a big enough area, but there's other small game.
Oh, okay. Well then, what would But I do know it's a deer, huh?
It's a
You
big
do
rabbit.
actually know it's a deer. That is something that you somehow know. And when he asks what a deer is, you kind of realize that when you first saw it, you were just like, "Oh yeah, it's a deer," and it's a little weird to you.
See now, and then I kind of like, I finish washing my face, or like I'm mid doing it, and I stop, and I turn to look at Engrin, and I go, I think it might be a demon.
Wait, you think that's a demon?
Well, I've never seen one before, but I know what it is. So what the fuck does that mean, huh?
It means when we left the wall,
If I swear to God, if you say magic one more time,
our inherent magical understanding of the
All
world
right.
was unlocked.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I guess we'll try to eat it, right?
And I kind of walk over, now that I'm kind of like come to my senses and I realize I have no idea what I just dragged back to our camp. I kind of like look at him and I go, well, how much do I know about these mystical creatures called deer?
I would say with the bit of knowledge that's just mysteriously in your head, mixed with your hunting experience, like you'd be able to like skin and prepare the deer just fine.
Okay.
You're a competent hunter already.
Kind of. I kind of like say I could probably butcher this, but do you think it's safe to eat?
I mean, probably.
Yeah, that's not going to kill us, huh? Okay. And I take out my dagger, and I kind of like start going to work on it.
So, did you see anything else interesting while you're out there?
Other than the demon?
No, like, besides the deer thing.
Oh, yeah, there was like an old road, but...
There was a road?
Yeah.
You know what this means?
No.
Civilization.
Oh, it was... But it wasn't like an actual road, it was like...
There is a civilized group of magic users out there. They built a road at one point. They know that Grovehold exists. If there's a road back up here.
Okay, but that road was abandoned. Like, there had been nobody... You know, I don't know.
They probably gave up trying to get over the wall.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
I say once we eat and fill up our water skins and your flask with water, we follow the road.
It's not really what you're supposed to put in there. Okay, yeah. Nothing else to do, right?
I mean, unless you just want to live the simple hunter's life.
Actually, now that you say that, I think that's exactly where we should take this.
We could just, like, individually pursue our own magic pathways.
Right.
In the forest, you know, train against, like...
I'm sure Isaiah doesn't have an entire campaign
trees
set
and
up.
stuff. And
So we could probably
I
just...
definitely don't have an agenda at all.
No, I'm sure we could just do a simple kind of like woodsman playthrough and... Anyway.
Nothing terrible would happen to you guys if you did that. It would be fine.
Oh boy! I continue working on the deer, and I get some nice chunks of meat out of it, and I kind of go to work roasting them over the fire. But I'm also kind of like, I think I'm starting to calm down just a bit now that we have a bit of comfort. And I kind of look to you, Engrin, and I go, okay, so there's a road, and we follow the road, until we find something.
You got a better idea?
Yeah. 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 Okay. It's not a bad idea. I mean, I guess we just have to, hope that whoever built the road isn't, a bloodthirsty cannibal. Or, like a woods witch. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It will be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. And I continue to cook, and I think we kind of at least Thiradin is content, just kind of enjoying a moment's respite.
While you're cooking, I would like to use the control flame cantrip that I was so generously given to make fun shapes with our little campfire.
Fun shapes, huh?
Yeah, like a star, or like maybe like a little tree, or maybe a bird.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you are more than capable of making all sorts of shapes of really whatever level detail Engrin's able to think up of.
Isn't this great?
Yeah, I kind of look at you just kind of with, like, I just kind of... I'm unable to believe that you're doing something like this. I'm just incredulous.
I could do this for hours.
I bet you could. I bet you could. Hey, okay, so this is a good time. Why do you have magic?
Do you not?
I don't think so.
Why don't you try something?
That sounds like a good way to die.
Pull your stone out and just like do the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay. I pull out my stone and I grab my flask and I kind of like focus on my flask for a moment, and then I open up the cap to see if it's full.
Do you have a spell that could do that?
No.
Then no.
See no magic.
Well, maybe you should try something else.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. And then I kind of close my eyes again, and man, I think I. Oh, okay, yeah. So I kind of close my eyes, and I kind of feel like I kind of feel something in my hand, kind of like this weird sensation, and I start tracing like a sigil or something in the air. And I cast Blade Ward.
Ooh. When you're doing your magic, there's things, you just kind of know things. You don't know how you know them. Words pop into your head, phrases, gestures. It's not like you're being taught it. It's just like you already knew it, of course, obviously. And yeah, you cast Blade Ward, and what does Blade Ward do, like, description-wise?
You extend your hand and trace a sigil of warding in the air. Until the end of your next turn, you have a resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. So it really does nothing right now, but it's just kind of a proof of concept.
Okay, yeah. I will say there's a magical ripple that passes around you briefly before settling down. Engrin, you're able to both see it happen when it goes off, and then you can also just kind of feel it going on.
Whoa.
Okay. Did it work?
I think you did something.
Oh, cool. Do I still have, like, my skin? And I kind of, like, look at my hands. Am I on fire? No.
No, see, you're not a demon.
Oh, that's reassuring. I don't know what I did, though.
That's okay, you'll figure it out.
Sure. I kind of, like, sit back. I have magic.
Are you done cooking that deer thingy?
And then I kind of like look at the deer and I notice that I've probably like burned it a bit, singed it.
Yeah, it's a little.
I go fuck,
well
and
done.
I grab it off the fire, and I don't know. We feast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deer is a little dry because you got distracted, but it's still quite good. Yeah, I mean that's just how deer meat is, probably, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah,
I don't.
It's just normally dry.
We should save the rest of it, right? The rest of the meat.
I mean, do we have a way to transport it? It's not a good idea to just be traveling the wilderness with raw meat.
Well, we could dry it, right? That's a thing, right?
Do you know how long that takes?
I don't.
Right. No, we can't dry it. I guess best we can do is cook some, throw it in our pack, and eat it within the next day. It might save us from a stop, but other than that, there's not much point taking too much.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are able to refill your canteens. You drink a good bit of water and get all hydrated up, and pack up a meal or two's worth of meat. Engrin, as you are rummaging around in your bag again, packing stuff up, you notice that the glass orb before, with the smaller, dark, crystalline orb on the inside, is lightly pulsing with a kind of blue light. It's quite pretty looking.
I'd like to roll an insight check.
Okay.
That's a 15, and I want to figure out what that means.
You get a sense of like it's doing something. Obviously, it seems kind of passive in whatever it's doing, and you get almost a sense that it's like reaching out in a way. Not exactly that. You don't quite know the words for what it's doing. It seems almost like it's trying to communicate, but it's just this even, rhythmic pulsing of gentle blue light.
I'm gonna keep that hidden from Thiradin.
Oh, good.
Because I don't want to freak him out more.
Mm-hmm.
Pack up the rest of my things and where's this road you found?
Yeah, all right. Through the woods. It's a bit of a walk. Probably a bit faster now that we're not hauling like 100 pounds of dead meat.
Yeah, you guys are able to make your way back up to the path that Thiradin found.
And as we kind of walk in there, I kind of do kind of like a performative gesture, like, ta-da, this is it. This is the road.
Good
Not
find.
much. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start going in the opposite direction of Grove
Home.
Hold. Yeah, let's get
Grove
now.
Hold. Grove
Not
Hold.
not home.
Not
Grove
home.
Hold.
Not home anymore. After you. My cousin, my friend.
Yeah.
You guys begin walking. You're able to you walk all the way until nightfall, or until at whatever point of nightfall you guys want to stop. The light outside of Grovehold is weird and different. You're used to having these tall walls that are chopping off the evening light, but here you can see at points, especially along hills, the sun kind of poking out through the trees. And you've never had sunlight at these angles before,
Days a lot
or
longer.
seen a sunset. Actually, Thiradin, you might have seen a sunset or two atop the wall,
Sure.
sneaking up there with Billy. But Engrin, this is all brand new for you. On your walk, you're not sure if it's the fall, or if it's a burst of magic, or if it's something you ate or drank, or what, but you do feel a little not well. Like you get a very, very light fever kind of going, you think, and there is a slight fuzziness at the very back of your head. That very first stage of getting sick, when it's not affecting you at all, but you can feel it coming on. And so you stop for the night with that knowledge.
Okay.
So during the day, every once in a while, when like one of us takes a pee break or something, I'd like to like check on the orb.
Yeah, the orb is consistent in what it's been doing.
So like the rate of pulsing doesn't change at all as we continue?
It does not.
Okay, cool. So out of game, I have the lay on hands thing that can cure a disease.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't necessarily. I'd like to roll insight on how I'm feeling. If it is like, well, no, I guess it would be a medicine check.
Yeah, go ahead and roll medicine. And what exactly are you trying to determine with it? If this is something lay on hands would affect.
Yeah, a 13, and if it is something that's like a disease, like an infection or...
It seems you don't think you're going to be able to magically cure this. It seems to you, I mean, it's some kind of sickness, but you're not, you doubt you guys got out and then just like ran into germs. It seems like it would be something else, but you can't quite tell yet.
Got it.
But yeah, you travel through your first full day. I don't know if you guys would know to keep watch when you go to sleep, since you've never been outside of the city before. But yeah, do what you will for a quick camp scene.
So I kind of go through my bag, and I notice that I have an interesting supply of items. Most notably, brewer's supplies.
Oh, yes.
And so I guess my question is, can I brew?
If you have proficiency in them, then you can. I mean, well, you could without, but it would be harder. You know from talking to Sed, who managed the still in Grovehold, you may have picked up one or two things, but you know that it's not a quick process, and it's probably not something you want to do just in the middle of the woods. But given a couple days, you could definitely brew something up.
I could also help you find, like, the plants you would need.
True.
Awesome.
I'm proficient in a herbalism kit.
You know what I can do with these brewer's supplies, because I looked them up because I was curious? I can purify water. As part of a long rest, you can purify up to 6 gallons of water, or 1 gallon as part of a short rest.
Fuck yeah, man.
So probably should have been doing that at our last campsite, but
whatever.
fuck it.
Better late than never.
We both have dysentery now, though, so that's fun.
It's gonna be. Actually, it's cholera. So.
Cholera. Oof.
I'd like to go collect some sticks to make a campfire.
I've been thinking. Not that that deer. Not that I think that it's a dangerous creature, but if it survives out here, it's possible. Other terrible things also survived. So maybe we should take shifts when we sleep.
If you think it's best.
I'm probably just being paranoid.
It's gonna take us a lot longer to get a good night's sleep.
Right, but kind of suck to wake up and have our necks broken and all of our shit stolen. I mean, probably our necks broken would be the bigger problem, but the point still stands.
Why would a beast steal our stuff?
Well, we don't fucking know what demons are like.
I think demons are probably nice.
Okay, well that's wrong. that's not right.
We've been behind the walls for hundreds of years. They could have changed how they feel about humans by now.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you're right. I'm sure the demons are a lovely group. Real stand-up demons. I think we're better safe than sorry.
Fine. Do you want to take first watch then?
Sure.
All right. I go to sleep.
Thiradin, if you want to roll me a perception, just to keep watch for the night.
Oh boy, do I. Ooh, a 15.
Nice. You keep the fire and keep watch, and everything seems pretty gentle out here, really. It's very peaceful. I don't know if Thiradin's in a spot where he can really appreciate that at the moment, but they're really, like, at one point you see a little bunny go by, you see a bat at one point. Other than that, it's pretty quiet the whole night.
Kill the bunny.
What?
Kill the bunny.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, Engrin's having some weird dreams. And then,
Magic
yeah.
Fire.
Okay, buddy.
If you guys want to change shifts, and Engrin, you give me a perception roll.
I got an 18.
Nice. Yeah, everything's perfectly fine. You see some birds come morning time. They sound quite pretty. And your watch goes well. You like it out here, outside the wall.
Yeah, it's better.
You both are fairly sore from just sleeping out on the ground and just... Well, I guess...
I have an explorer's pack.
True. Thiradin, how... Like, did you sleep in the woods often? Is that a thing that you would do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I think I would go out there with, for a couple days and just kind of drink myself into a stupor and fall asleep under a tree or something, like...
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So you're doing pretty good. Engrin, even with your explorer's pack, I mean, you're used to, like, a nice bed and, like, a wood house. So you're a little sore in the morning, but both of you wake up alive. Nothing's missing from your packs. Your necks are not broken. That the feeling of sickness has kind of risen a little bit. You notice your skin's slightly, like, a little bit irritated. It's not bad. It's not going to affect any rolls. But yeah, that, like, oncoming of a fever definitely hasn't gone away either.
Can I roll medicine to see if I know anything that can help with basic skin irritation or
Yeah.
a light fever? Use my herbalist kit.
For sure.
I got a 12.
As you guys are... I presume you guys continue to walk.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are on your way, you keep your eye out, and you're able to find some herbs that you crush up into a paste that you're able to rub on your skin and offer to Thiradin that has a cooling, relieving feeling and stops the itching.
I kind of look at him like, no, I'm fine. I don't need any of your weird wood herbs.
More for me.
As we're walking, I'm also kind of just looking through the stuff that we found. Most notably, I find like this flute, and I kind of feel drawn to it, I think. And I kind of bring it to my lips and I start playing.
Yeah, much like with the deer, you just know how to do it.
Right.
And it definitely surprises you, but a little less since you've already experienced something similar with the deer.
When did you learn how to play flute?
I have no idea.
You know what this means?
Can I guess?
That's why I asked.
Okay. Magic?
There it is. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
learned how to play flute because we left the walls.
Mm-hmm.
It's magic. That's awesome.
Right, because that makes sense.
It does. Do you have a better explanation?
I don't know, I've picked up quite a few drunken habits.
Did you even have
Drunken
a flute?
talents. Kind of like think back. There might have been a flute? Maybe? I don't know.
You've got a lot of, like, just kind of blurry drunk memories. That,
Right. Like, I have a memory, it could have been a flute, I guess, or it could have just been a stick that I thought was a flute, and that would have been a couple years ago. Huh. And then I continue playing, and I think I'm quite proficient.
You are,
Actually,
in fact,
I know I'm quite proficient
proficient.
because I have it in one of my proficient tools.
Yes, you are in fact proficient with the flute.
And then goes the tune as we march through the woods.
Yep, that is what flute sounds like.
Yeah, I'm setting a marching pace.
Nice. Yeah, you guys march to the sound of the flute, and at midday, you guys reach. Yeah, give me some more flute.
All right.
Cool. At midday, you guys reach a 300-foot clearing. It looks like it was a circle, but it has since, like, grown on the edges a little bit.
Oh.
In the center is an ancient-looking octagonal tower of thick stone blocks. The tower stands roughly 60 feet tall. The top of the tower is half as wide as the bottom, and the two widths are spanned in the middle by a beveled angle connecting them. Each side has a large arched window at the base and a thin rectangular one at the very top. And then on the side facing you on the base, there is a set of double doors up a couple steps set into the front of the building. The area all around has tall grass, and you see that the windows at the base of the building were long ago smashed out, and you just see darkness within.
You know what we just found?
No.
Shelter.
Are you sure?
Yep. I run up to it, and I think I'll knock on the door first.
You run through the field and reach the front door, go up the stone steps. The outside has lichen and mosses growing on it, and you knock on the door. It looks dusty and not like anybody's used the front door in a while. There are little piles of leaves in the corners.
Hello?
Roll me perception.
13.
You hear what you would guess would be on the second of 4 floors, a slight sound, like something or someone being startled by the knocking, but there's no response to the knocking or you yelling hello.
Anybody there? Hello? We're new in town.
Thiradin, what are you doing at this point?
I'm just kind of like standing back, and I go, hey, maybe we should go. Maybe this isn't a good idea.
Come on. Thiradin, it's gonna be fine. What if we make a friend?
Okay, what if we make an enemy?
Then we'll deal with it. It'll be okay, though. I knock again. Hello? I know you're in there.
Yeah, no response. You can...
Is the door locked?
You turn the handle, it doesn't catch on a lock, and you are able to swing it inwards if you wish.
Nah.
I would like to, and
nope.
I'd like to peek my head in. And look
Nah, no thank you.
Are you...
Okay.
You're just like throwing the door open, looking in?
No, I'm just cracking it open and looking in.
Yeah, you crack it open a little bit and stick your head through, and you see that because of the thickness of the stone walls, you're able to do so without the door hitting a rope that's drawn in front that you see is hooked up to a series of sticks and pulleys and such, so that a bucket would swing in at about your gut height for if anyone threw the door open.
So it'll swing on the outside of the building or on the inside of the building?
On the inside to hit whoever opens the door. You also, looking around this first floor, you see kind of a path of travel amongst the leaves and debris and stuff that have been moved out of the way from one of the broken out windows to a spot in the center of the room where on the ceiling above there is a clean circular hole that was made, and you see the bottom of a rope being drawn up through that hole as you poke your head in.
There's someone here.
Oh,
So
good.
if I were to make the trap go and then close the door, the thing would swing and hit the door?
Correct.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You push the door in and pull it back quickly, and Thiradin, you see Engrin poke his head out of the door and then quickly do this, and then there's a loud thump on the door.
Oh God! And I run over to the door with my dagger drawn.
Hey, put that away.
I thought you died.
No. I open the door a little bit again, and I say inside. I say, I know you're in there. I'm not looking for a fight. I just want to, get my bearings, meet some people.
Oh wait, were you not inside when you closed the door?
No, he was standing outside.
Oh. That makes that very... I thought the door... Okay, cool.
Good.
Cut that out! Yeah, I still run up. I go, oh God!
Yeah, you, Engrin, if you want to roll me a persuasion.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's a 9.
Ooh. Well, the save I rolled against it was a 4. So, you win today. There's a moment of silence, and then you hear a voice say, who are you?
My name's Engrin. I'm from Grovehold. We're as I said, we're new in town.
Not much of a town.
Who are you?
You hear kind of like murmured whispers. My Fran?
Fran?
Yeah,
Yes. That's a
Wait.
weird name for a demon.
It's nice to meet you. I have my cousin's here. His name's Thiradin.
Don't tell him my name. Okay, or do, and tell him where we're from, too. That's fine.
Wondering if you had any pointers.
Pointers.
What's a pointer?
Like a suggestion as to what to do around here. If there's, any opportunities for two young adventurers.
We're first off not
Seeking,
adventurers. Second
seeking
off,
to
we
learn
don't
how
want
to
advice from a demon.
do magic.
Engrin.
Demon? I'm not a demon. Demon.
Okay, well, if you're not a demon, then what are you?
What? Kobold. Duh, idiot. Never met a kobold.
You're a
We haven't ever met a kobold.
what hold?
A what? Wait, you really? And you see a small, scaled dragon-like kind of head poke out upside down from the hole above.
Fuck, demon.
Thiradin.
Demon.
Thiradin.
Not a
They've
demon,
been
you're a
nothing but
demon.
nice.
Ah!
Hi.
I kind of grab my head, and I kind of am now shaking back and forth. Fuck.
And then you hear like a hushed, another similar voice say something above, and Fran pulls their head back.
Oh, you have friends too, Fran?
Why are you here, Engrin?
We escaped our home, and we've been looking for a new one.
Fuck.
Well, this is, I don't know. I guess maybe Higgs would want more, but we're this place is taken.
Well, do you need any help with anything? I'm a healer.
I'm just kind of like vehemently shaking my head no. Like, what are you doing?
You hear somebody up above running up a flight of stairs. They sound light and not very big. And then Fran says, "You're a healer?"
Yeah. I'm trained in medicines.
That might be.
My friend here is a hunter
Well,
and an alcoholic.
Okay, well, that wasn't necessary. You didn't need to tell the demon that.
He's not a demon. He's a kobold.
Okay,
Yeah.
So, hey, what's a kobold, Ingrid?
I don't know. Fran's a kobold.
Okay, great.
He seems nice.
You hear up above several sets of feet coming downstairs into the hole.
Oh, God, there's more.
Who's there?
Oh, boy.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Engrin, and this is my cousin Thiradin.
Hello, demons. We come in peace.
Yeah,
Are
we're
you
new
guys-
in town.
Are you guys still over by the door?
Yeah, I've opened the door, and I'm kind of standing in the doorway.
Demons, we've come with nothing but peaceful intentions. Please do not boil our flesh and eat our bones.
Yes, come to where I can see you.
No, that's okay. We'll stay right here.
If you don't, I will boil your flesh and eat your bones. Make soup.
I'd like to roll an insight check on that statement. That's a 21. Is he fucking with Thiradin?
Yeah, you don't think this guy's gonna boil your bones?
Thiradin, he's kidding. That was clearly a joke.
It is
And
not a
very good
joke.
one at that. What's your name?
I am the great and powerful Higgs.
Higgs? Nice to meet you. I'm Engrin.
God, these demons have weird names.
They're kobolds.
Okay, we don't know if kobolds are or are not demons, okay? So for the time being, until I have proof, until I understand what the hierarchy of demonology looks like, I'm going to say a kobold's a demon, okay?
We don't even know if demons exist.
Well,
I am a demon. I am a demon prince. No, a demon king.
I told you. I told you.
He's lying.
O king of demons, we bow to your power.
Good.
For we come in peace, and we wish you no harm if you wish us no harm. We actually were on our way. We were just leaving.
Good.
So,
wait. Don't leave. Don't leave.
Okay.
He's gonna boil our bones and eat our flesh.
Give me penance,
Or
I
vice
will.
versa.
I will torture your souls for eternity.
I don't believe you can do that. I also don't know if a soul exists. But what I will say is that we don't have anything to offer besides our skills. If we want to find like some kind of mutually benefiting arrangement where
Sure,
we do something for you, you do something for us.
Let's make a deal with the demon. I'm sure that'll be fine.
We just escaped our home village and we didn't bring very many supplies. So if you have like a storeroom, you could provide us with some alcohol for my friend here and some food. We could do some labor for you for a day or two if you want.
Well, what can you do for us?
I'm a healer, and my cousin here is a hunter.
I've hunted. I wouldn't call myself a hunter.
Don't sell yourself short.
Thanks, Engrin. Look, demon,
Yes.
kobold, I don't know what the proper...
Your greatness will do.
Sure. Look, we are just two simple men, just trying to survive. Let me 1 moment, please. And I grab Ingrid and I go, we shouldn't be here.
Well, what else do you want to do? This might be the civilization we were looking for.
Oh God, why did we leave?
Thiradin, at this point, you see a blue light pulse out of the top of Engrin's bag.
What's going on in your bag?
Nothing.
Why is there a blue light pulsing out of your bag?
There's not. You must be seeing stuff. Have you been feeling feverish?
It is quite
Ingrid?
bright.
Hallucinations can be a symptom of fever.
I grab Ingrid and I try to get into his backpack.
Ingrid, if you're going to try to stop him, you guys can have an athletics/acrobatics roll-off. Otherwise, you can just do it.
I got an 11 athletics.
I got a 13.
Okay. You guys roll around on the ground a bit, and then after
Where's your
a moment,
backpack?
Thiradin's able to pin you and reach in and pull out the orb. It is pulsing both brighter and faster than it was when you had seen it before, Engrin.
What the hell is this? What the hell's happening?
It's the orb. I didn't want to worry you.
Oh yeah, don't worry me. Why is it doing this?
We've gotten closer to our goal.
It seems to be picking up speed ever so slightly, and it's pulsing.
Nice.
This is fine. I'm sure this is fine.
It's picking up speed. It was pulsing slower earlier. I think we're close. I think we're on the right track.
I pick up the orb and I kind of hold it up and I go, okay, kobolds, demons. Do any of you know what this is?
Do you approach the hole so they can see it?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You approach the hole, and you can see one kobold with a pair of leathery wings on his back.
Gross.
And then 3 other without wings around him, all peering down at you. The one with wings is standing all like Captain Morgan command stance. And he looks at the orb and roll me an insight.
I'm holding the orb now. Yeah. Hold on. Quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cast Identify?
Yeah, what's the casting type on Identify?
1 minute.
Yeah, if you want to take a minute and you can do that.
I'm kind of holding it, and as I kind of walk over and kind of show it to them, I start to kind of like focus on the orb. And in that minute, boop, I've cast Identify.
Nice. You cast Identify. And what exactly do you know about it from Identify?
You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the cast... Okay, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so you know that this does have some magic to it. It's kind of low level. It is, in fact, a tracking beacon, you would say. And you get the distinct sense from its pulsing that whatever it is reaching out to or tracking is, in fact, getting quicker. And over the course of you identifying it, it does uptick in speed a bit more. There is something slightly alarming about it.
I kind of look back at Engrin as this knowledge enters my head, and I kind of go, fuck. And I take it, and I just lob it into the woods.
All right, yeah.
No!
Roll me.
I run after it.
Don't!
All right. You lob it out into the woods through one of the open windows. Engrin, you rush out the door and start heading towards it. Thiradin, you're able to throw it a good way, and Engrin, when you get outside, you see something in the sky streaking down towards the orb. And it is only like a second or two before it slams into the ground with a loud bang. Roll me a athletics.
It's going to be a 22.
All right. You are almost knocked off your feet, but you lean forwards and dig back. Dirt splashes against you in the side of the building, and before you is a massive crater in the ground, billowing dark smoke. The crater seems to be centered on where the object was, and caused by a large glowing rectangular box stuck in the ground. You hear grinding of metal on metal as the box starts to shift and expand a little bit, and then you hear some kind of catching before you see the outlines of 4 large claws darkening over the glowing metal, and with a terrible metallic sound, the box is ripped in half and flung apart. A second or two later, you see a massive 7-foot-tall figure of steel and glass step out of the billowing smoke. You, John, and Jake would recognize this unequivocally as some kind of robot, but to Engrin and Thiradin, demon is definitely the first word that strikes your mind.
Whoa! It's a demon! Hi!
I run outside after Engrin, because I think he's just been crushed. And I go, oh god, Engrin! And I get outside and I see it, and I kind of like... My eyes kind of cross, like... like, holy fuck.
I turn around to Thiradin and I say, go get Fran and Higgs, they'll love this!
We need to go.
Yeah, so this thing before you, it stands at 7 foot tall. It's got a rectangular head with 2 dark glass lenses positioned above each other. They're the only features on its face. Its neck, arms, and legs are made out of thick bands of steel stacked on top of each other, and its hands are a set of 3 claws each, quite large. They look bladed on the back, and you see that its hands seem to be able to rotate freely in 360 degrees. Its whole body and arms were painted black, but it looks pretty scratched up and dinged up. You're not sure how much of it was prior damage and how much of it was the rough landing it just had. but it seems to look you two up and down briefly before starting to march towards you.
Hi,
Engrin,
I'm Engrin. This is my
Engrin?
cousin, Thiradin. What's your name?
I grab Engrin and I start pulling him back towards the hut.
Go ahead and make me athletics to bring, or to grapple him, and then with grappled you can just force movement him.
12.
Engrin, you can resist if you want. Otherwise, he is going to grab you on your arms and drag you back.
I did try to resist, but I only got a 10.
All right. Yeah, you start dragging Engrin back at half speed. The kobolds all run out of the building as they see this figure approaching, and some of them have slings and start to fling little pebbles at the monstrosity. They bounce off of it weakly. The one hits it in one of its eyes, or one of the lenses, and creates a small crack, which makes the demon stop for a second, as not Higgs or... Yeah, I guess you don't know which one Fran is, but one of the kobolds runs up towards it with a small club that is more of a staff size on it, and starts hitting at the leg of the robot.
Wait, why are you attacking?
Higgs turns to you. We're great bandits. We must defend our treasure. And then the robot soldier just backhands away the kobold that just kind of flings off to the side with a yelp sound, and continues to make its way towards you guys.
We need to go. We need to go right now.
What if it just wants to talk?
It does not just want to talk.
How do you know?
You see a glint of the kobold's blood on the back of its bladed hands. This thing...
They did attack first, though.
That is true.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch, Engrin.
I'd like to try to persuade it to have a conversation with us.
All right, I'm going to have you guys roll initiative as it's approaching you guys. It's about, I'm going to say it's 40 feet away from you at the moment.
I rolled a 4.
I got an 8 on the initiative roll.
Let me roll for the... all right. The kobolds will go, and then the robot, and then you two. So, the kobolds will fire a flurry of pebbles at it that do surprisingly well, and it does seem to actually cause a couple dents. Then the robot just slowly marches towards you. It has not stopped except for that first crack on its eyes, and it is now 10 feet away as it reaches your guys' turns.
I know what HVR stands for now.
Yep.
Human variant race.
Correct.
Yes.
Still true.
Humans versus robots.
Indeed, indeed.
Woo!
I don't know this yet.
God, you're a son of a bitch. You're a son of a bitch.
I'm going to roll a persuasion. Say, hey, would you mind explaining to us what exactly it is that you want? And that is an 8.
The robot makes a kind of mechanically digital kind of sound at you that you imagine is some kind of speech, but it's not anything you can understand for sure. Are you going to do anything with your move and bonus actions?
I guess I'll pull out my shield just in case.
Just in
All
case,
right.
huh?
Right. All right, Thiradin, what are you doing?
I kind of look at it, and I kind of go, there's no way in hell I'm going to let some big, rusty piece of fucking metal kill me. And I unleash a vicious mockery.
Ooh.
Vicious mockery.
All right, I roll a saving throw.
Correct, against a 13.
Charisma save, I presume.
Wisdom.
Okay, nice. Then it's a mod 2. So yeah, roll me that damage as you insult the machine so well.
3 damage. And must see it takes 1d4 psychic damage and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
All right, nice.
And I'm also going to kind of keep moving back towards the hut.
Yeah, as you use Vicious Mockery, you feel kind of a sting to your words, and you get the sense that it understood you and it didn't like what it heard.
Nice.
And then you're able to move you and John back half your speed.
Nice.
Continue to drag him. Unless, Engrin, are you resisting being dragged still?
Yeah, because I'm not entirely sure if it's going to attack me and
All right.
yet.
Okay.
Can't wait for you to just get bodied. All right, I rolled a 19, so fucking beat that, you.
You don't have to re-roll unless he tries to escape. You're just able to. He's just grappled now. Right. Well, Higgs is going to turn and says, "Screw this," and just starts flying off. And the other three kobolds that have, or other two kobolds that have not been knocked around, look and see their leader fleeing and yell after him before turning and running off into the woods themselves. The robot is able to close the gap between itself and you guys and has an action left. So it is going to... Oh, shit.
If it attacks at its disadvantage.
Oh, good. I'm glad you pointed that out. That's a 19 against you, John.
It's disadvantage.
And that is...
Yeah. 19 will hit.
Yeah. That is 4 slashing damage as it backhands you with its bladed claws. It cuts you across the cheek, and you get the distinct feeling that it is not, in fact, a nice robot, especially as it's towering above you. There is something militaristic and threatening about just kind of its everything.
I thought we could be friends! I pull out the greatsword and do an attack.
Oh, okay, cool. I think technically the greatsword's still on Thiradin's back, but I'm into you just, since he's grappling you, just grabbing it over his shoulders and yanking it out.
Yeah.
Sick, man. Swing
I
and
got a
attack
nat
him.
1.
Oh.
Da, 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 da,
The,
da, 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 da.
Yeah, okay. You draw out the sword and kind of swing it around. It's your first time swinging a real sword, and this sword is quite heavy. The arc is pretty slow and loose, and the demon just reaches up and clutches the blade in the air before giving it a tug out of your hands and tossing it off to the side. Anything else you're doing?
I'll pick my shield back up off the ground.
Okay. Thiradin, what are you up to?
So I see it kind of focused on Engrin, right?
Yeah.
And I go, hey, you big fucking pile of bolts over here!
Aren't
You demon motherfucker!
Aren't you still just grappling me?
Oh, well, I thought you kind of broke free to attack.
Yeah, I'll say that you let go when he made his attack.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you are standing directly behind him.
Yeah. I'm trying to get his attention, and I cast Vicious Mockery once more.
All right. Ah, Jesus Christ. That's not going to do it for me. Roll that damage.
4.
Hey, nice.
And he has disadvantage.
It turns up towards you and seems to lock onto you as it reaches out with a clawed hand. Ooh, that's a 7.
With disadvantage?
Oh. Yeah, that's a 7 with disadvantage. I rolled a 2 and a 19, so...
Okay, cool.
My
armor class is 13, so...
Cool. It goes and tries to... its arms have surprisingly long reach, and it tries to grab you, but you take a quick 1-2 step back, and its claws close around thin air in front of you.
Yeah, and I start kind of sprinting away from it, up to my movement of 30 feet.
All right. Engrin.
That time, I got a 22 to hit.
All right. Roll me that fucking damage.
And that's 14 damage.
Hell yeah, man. You pick back up this, or are you're using the greatsword?
Oh shit. I mean, it can't. If I can pick it up, I guess. Yeah.
You
I
use
would-
your
I would
action
say
to
if-
pick it up and then attack.
Yeah, if you just
your
like use your
movement?
movement and your bonus to like run over, grab the sword, run back, and attack it, you can do that.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. You dart off to the side briefly, grab the sword from where it just kind of tossed it to the side, and then swing at it kind of towards its back. Your hit lands well, and you cause a deep gash along its back. You see various wires and mechanisms on its insides where you made a large slash, and it heaves forwards a little bit, catching with its leg, and then turns its attention back towards you from where it was just kind of slowly walking towards Thiradin. And that is Thiradin's turn.
Okay, I kind of look at it, and it's getting closer to me. How far away do you think it is?
It's I would say, what, you moved 30?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's... We kind of muddled around the order of its attack and your movement and stuff, but I would say it actually hasn't moved yet since your last attack.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Cool.
And I kind of like whisper under my breath, like, get the fuck out of here. Leave us alone. You are, we will not follow you today, you piece of fucking garbage. And I cast it, and again, 13 wisdom save.
I got a 12.
Fuck yeah.
So,
3d6
shit.
damage.
Nice.
No.
Potentially nice.
17 damage, right? 16 damage.
Jesus.
3d6, my man.
Yeah. You, so, what's the description of the attack?
So I whisper a discordant melody that only one creature, your choice within range. You're racking it with terrible pain. The creature must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Yeah, it lets out another terrible digital scream, and it starts to step back, and its hands kind of claw at its chest area before it shudders and just falls backwards, collapsing to the ground.
Holy fuck, we killed a demon!
Wow.
Wait,
That was invigorating.
is it dead?
I'd like to go up and check for a pulse.
Yeah, you go up. It does not have any kind of anatomy that you understand or recognize. There is no pulse.
I think it's dead.
Okay.
Well,
Did that just happen?
I'm gonna go and look at the crater and see if the orb is still there.
Sure, I'm gonna watch this, make sure it doesn't come back for seconds,
You approach the crater. It is still very hot from impact, but the smoke's cleared up some.
Could I use control flame to move any fire away?
Yeah, you can put out the active fires in the path. The dirt's still pretty hot, but you've got shoes, and you just kind of dance around a little bit on top of it. You go partway down the slope of the crater, and you see that the metal box that the robot came down in seems to have just decimated the sphere.
Damn it.
I'm gonna examine the demon.
Yeah, roll me whatever kind of check you want to do for investigating it.
Probably an investigation.
That works good.
Hey, cool. An 18.
Yeah, you...
So I'm out of spell slots now, Johnny, so we gotta be careful.
Me too.
Okay.
You guys, or you, Thiradin, check out the body of the demon, and you can see places where you're able to pull apart the metal plating and look at its inside. This thing it's pretty sturdily built. Looking closer on its armor now, you can see that there are not just dents that might be from the landing, but it looks like there's old slashes and marks where it's been shot and slashed at and battle worn.
Hey, Engrin.
Yeah?
Demons don't have blood.
Crazy.
They're made of, like, metal.
He blew up our orb, too.
There's wires and gears running through the inside, servos. In the middle of its chest, you do find a small red stone. It's about a fourth of the size of your guys' stones, but you recognize it as being the same kind of stone that was, there's one in the box that's quite a bit larger. But that is in the center of some kind of harness with lots of wires running to it. It seems fairly important.
Yeah, I grab it and kind of rip it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I also kind of look around to see if any of the kobolds are still near.
You don't see the ones that ran. You can see, barely able to see the little dot of the one that's flying away, Higgs, as he flies off towards the west, away from all this shit.
Okay. Hey.
Higgs, come back.
No, stop it.
He's pretty far. You don't think he'll be able to hear you.
Engrin.
You do see the one that got attacked is laying in the grass.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna go try and see if they're gonna be okay.
You run over. It is laying there, breathing shallowly.
I would like to try to stabilize this creature.
All right, roll me a medicine.
I got a mod 20.
Yeah, you're able to stabilize them. They're not conscious, but they're alive.
Is it Fran?
You're not entirely sure. You didn't see Fran because you stayed back towards the door the whole time.
I thought I did see Fran because I was in the doorway when Fran popped
Wait.
their head out.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Fran. It's your friend Fran.
Nice. Well, I'd like to try to get Fran back into the tower.
Cool. Yeah.
We can set up a base there.
You're able to bring them inside. The rope that went up to the second floor had been dropped down. And if you go up it, you find that there's a small little living area with 3 sleeping bags and some barrels of food and water sitting around.
I'm going to start searching for this supposed bandit's treasure.
Okay, yeah. You start sweeping the floors. On the 3rd floor, you find what you deduce to be Higgs' room. There's a small straw bed. It's not very good, but it's better than the sleeping bags. There's a little wooden writing desk that looks quite old and worn, atop which there is a little leather journal. You find a sack inside of the desk that has 7 silver and 2 copper of a denomination that is not what you recognize from within the walls.
Mm-hmm.
All the money within the walls were from the first people that settled there, and it's quite old and worn. This money is a lot newer and shinier. You also find a small barrel of pickled beets and a little box of buttons. You do not find any more treasure outside that.
Okay, I'm going to open up.
Isn't there a 4th floor?
There is. On the 4th floor, there is only a small pile of slings and then little boxes of pebbles at which to shoot people from the tower.
I'm going to look through the journal.
Yeah. The journal seems to belong to Higgs. Skimming it lightly, it seems that he has many grand aspirations of becoming a great bandit, but mostly has stolen laundry or things he's just found around. He's not very accomplished yet.
Cool.
You do see a mention of a town named Roe that it seems is to the northwest of here.
I go find Engrin, and I kind of toss him the bag of coins, and I say, "Those are newly minted."
So
They're not worn.
Some form of economy.
And then I kind of hold up Higgs' journal, and I say, "To the northwest, there's a town."
Ah.
I can't believe it, Engrin.
Maybe we stay here for the night and.
Is that safe? What if another one of those demons comes?
then, I mean, we didn't have much trouble killing the first one.
Right, but what if they send a fucking stronger demon?
Then, we'll get Fran here to help.
And I kind of look over at the unconscious kobold who's had the shit beat out of them.
Yeah, they have a really large slash across them.
I kind of nod my head like, oh yeah, that'll do it.
There's food and water here. We don't have...
What time is it?
It's about midday.
Okay, let's spend a few hours here, and then we will reassess the situation in a bit. What happened to the orb? What?
It got destroyed.
I gather that, but that thing, where did it come from?
The sky.
Okay, so I think...
It must be able to fly through some form of magic.
I think we're being tracked, Engrin. I think the orb was a tracking device.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out who was tracking us, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. And I kind of walk over and I sit down and I reach for my flask and then once again remember that it's empty. And then I start searching for anything that could be alcoholic.
Okay, yeah, roll me investigation.
Come on, this is the most important roll so far. Not even a joke, nat 20.
Holy shit.
Odd 22, though.
All right, you find a fairly large-sized jug of it's bad beer. It's pretty bad beer.
I don't even give a shit as long
beer.
as there's alcohol in it. I uncork it and I just start drinking from it like a man in the desert.
All right, yeah, you just start guzzling it.
Until it gets to the point where I'm starting to kind of feel it, and then I put it down. And I kind of lean my head back and kind of just for the first time since we left, or even for the few days before we left, I'm kind of at some kind of peace. And I go, hey, Engrin, you take first watch, okay, bud?
Okay.
And I take another long drink, and I just kind of, all of a sudden, all my fear about maybe a second robot or anything like that coming is completely gone, and I'm just completely focused on drinking and getting a quick nap in.
Yeah, you're able to pass out for sure. You're pretty tired, and the battle definitely didn't help with the whole oncoming fever thing. Over the course of you guys resting up, you feel... Well, I guess Thiradin's already asleep, but Engrin, you definitely feel not that great after the battle, both because you got hit, and the fever and the feeling of sickness is really coming on fast now. And after a couple hours of Thiradin sleeping, you begin to nod off yourself and collapse.